Hey, it's your girl Barbi J here, and we are talking about the Equalizer with my girl Queen Latifah, season 2, episode 2, The Kingdom. And I guess they're talking about that Saudi Arabia kingdom, but we'll get into that in a minute. Before we get started, shout out to everybody in my comment section. Shout out to everybody, all of my subscribers, everybody who has subscribed and keep subscribed or are sharing my videos. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. Anyway, oh, I had to sing today at church. Oh my God, my throat was feeling so much better this morning. Then I went shopping and went and I don't know if y'all have that cold area where you're going for the dairy stuff in some places and the fish and all of that stuff. It was so cold in there, and all of a sudden I started losing my voice again after singing a whole church service. You know what I mean? Anyway, what else I'm going to say? If you have not subscribed to my channel as of yet, I'm going to take this moment and ask you, please subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Help my channel grow. Share with your friends. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, that's right. I told y'all I'm trying to reach a certain amount of subscribers by the month of November. Anyway, let's get on with this show. Now, y'all know this Equalizer. We all love the show, but it gets challenging to be understanding what they're talking about, because when they're talking about things, it might be technology. It's about foreign countries and positions and stuff. And I was just like, my head was like, okay, I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get it. So I took a lot of notes. Okay, I took a lot of notes, but this was a good episode. But all of them are. They really are. But the bottom line at the end, what Robin was saying is she was trusting her daughter to tell her the truth about where she was going. Excuse me, something's in my eye. About where she was going. And she said that family that she was dealing with this issue this week, they didn't have good communication and truth and trust in between them. So that's why everything broke down in their family. And she was trying to let her daughter know that she trusts her at the end. Woo! Sorry, y'all. Something, I don't know what's in my eye. Anyway, so it starts off with this he's a 20-year-old Saudi guy named Ali, and he's running and stuff, and some men are chasing him. And his sister hadn't heard from him a couple of days, and she hired Robin. She hired Robin to help her find her brother. She felt her parents knew something, but they won't tell her anything. And she was right. They did know a lot. They knew a lot about it. So what she did share is that he was being set up for an arranged marriage, but he wasn't down with that. He didn't want to really do that. And we come to find out is because he was in love with another man. And that was like forbidden or unheard of, and they couldn't be. His father was a senior Saudi diplomat and stuff. They couldn't have that type of child in their family. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. How dare they? And they were trying to say like the guy was, crazy. Not that he was crazy, but they was trying to say Ali was a dangerous person, and that's their reason for killing him. And they thought he was one of these bees or something. They call them, what do they call the bees? I forgot what they were calling them. I don't see it now in my notes, but they thought he was a bee, and the bee is a army of flies They put Saudi propaganda on the social media to wage war, and basically they're exercising their freedom of speech, and the Saudis don't like that, what they're talking about. So it became this whole cat and mouse, all this chasing around and all this stuff. And it really wasn't him. It was the man that he was in love with who was doing it. So in the middle of all of this going on, a detective, first of all, let's start off with Delilah, with her attitude and everything. Delilah called herself, they eating breakfast that morning. Oh, so we all gonna just stand around here and act like mom, because her mother's cell phone rang. And as soon as she looked at it, she go, is that work? Why you checking her? You don't get to check her when her cell phone rings. It's like, come on. Is it work? She said, yes, it is work. She didn't have to tell her, but she did. And she said, okay. So she said, we all supposed to be sitting around. I'm supposed to act like You're not going to go out there and try to save the world today and stuff. What? You should be proud of your mother, Delilah. She's doing good for people. She's trying to help people. She ain't going to be so mom vigilante. Now, she didn't call her vigilante. I forgot what she called her. But I'm still like, I think I would be proud of my mother going out there helping people every day. What she did for my friend Jason when he got killed. And, I would appreciate what she does. I don't know why it's a big deal for Delilah to deal with. I don't know why. Anyway, what happened? Then in between that, Delilah is doing that. And she's getting mad and talk about trust because she feels now her whole life was a lie, what her mother does and all this stuff. But she's lying, saying she's going on this geology trip and stuff. And Aunt Vi is like, you didn't even want to look at a rock before and stuff. Now all of a sudden you excited about looking at this rock, and come to find out after Aunt Vi happened to be in her room to see what she packed. She found out she was packing strappy stuff, and she said, who takes that on a geology trip? And then at the bottom of the bag, she was there was tickets for a Megan Thee Stallion concert, and she had gotten those tickets months ago. So who was lying to who? Delilah, right? That's your mama. That's your mother. Doesn't matter. I know it goes both ways, but she was lying to protect you. That's a difference when you're lying to protect somebody. And when you're lying to sneak out and do something, your mama gonna say no. Hello, you know what I mean? But that's what she was doing. So anyway, in between that, Detective Dante is confronted by this new detective. He want information about this vigilante and do-gooder or whatever. She thinks she's doing good, and he wants to go after her. So he wanted to know, was there any more information he could give? He read what he wrote and what he said, but is there anything else? So Detective, Dante gave him a couple of more things, and that was it. So then they show Robin. She finds out about Ali, right, from his sister. She breaks into his apartment, and it was ransacked. Somebody had tore that place apart. And all of a sudden, she didn't go alone. What's her friend's name? That female, I forgot her name again. Her husband is Harry. He's the geek. But I can't remember her name. But you hear her scream, ah! And then she's like, what's that? And then she realized, she looks out the door, she locks it. And she realized those 3 men are coming. And she runs down the fire escape and everything. And she's running. And they kick the door in. And they shooting at her and stuff. And she jumps and rolls on the ground. I can't believe them 3 men missed every time. She rolled on the floor. How you missed her? You can't miss her rolling? I don't know. And then she runs out of the place, out of the back. And who does she run into? A car. And it's Bishop in it. And Bishop got her friend in the back tied up by zip tie or something like that. And he tells her to jump in. She's having a conversation with him. These people are chasing you. You're having a conversation with Bishop in the street with the car. You still haven't opened the car door. He's like, get in. He said there's like 10 sorty men around the corner coming. So she jumps in and he drives off, and he lets her know that he's working for them now. His position at the Saudis and everything. What else? And he told her they brought out their big guns now. They brought out their big guns, who are only called when they want to get rid of somebody, when they want somebody to disappear. And she was like, what does that mean? Kill? She didn't say that. Her friend said it. He said basically, yeah. So he's warning Robin that the CIA don't want to have nothing to do with this. They don't want it to spill out onto the streets and them be involved. So that's what was happening. And then we learned Ali. They was thinking Ali had a white girlfriend, but what it was a man, and what else? Harry went undercover, his little geeky self undercover, to speak with this guy named Zaggy, who he's kind of like, I guess he knows through that techie stuff they do and all of that, all that. I can't even explain what that techie stuff is, but he knows who Ali is via doing all of the tech stuff. So he tells the guy, I need to know where the safe house is for the bee safe house. He said, let's go outside. They go outside, and the guy pulls a gun on him. He's like, whoa, whoa, Harry ain't used to that. Harry ain't used to that stuff. His wife might be, even, and Robin definitely. Harry, no. He stays on the ground hidden. He's like, I'm dead, y'all. As far as the world knows, I don't even exist. And he told the guy that. So he finally talked the guy into putting the gun down, giving him all the information about who he was and what he knows and stuff. He said, I'm just trying to save your friend. He's in trouble and stuff. I need to know where the safe house is. So the guy gave him the information. And that's when, who went there? Robin went there. Robin went there to the safe house. And it was too late when she got there. Bishop was there, and there was a man on the ground dead. But that man on the ground who was dead was a Saudi enforcer. And so I guess Ali shot him. But Robin's trying to let him know that was self-defense. They came in there probably blasting, shooting, and he defended himself and shot back. And Bishop wasn't trying to hear it. And he said, she told him, Ali's not that dangerous. But the issue is that they just mad because he's doing his freedom of speech and speaking up, and they don't want him to speak up. And that's basically what it was. They didn't like the propaganda, whatever he was sending out. So Bishop is trying to tell her, it doesn't matter. He still killed him, and he's going to get in trouble, and They're going to arrest him. They're going to do this and torture him. She said, you want him to go through all of that just because he sent a text out, a tweet? She's like, this is ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. He said, look, the U.S. does not want to get involved. The U.S. do not want to get involved. CIA, we don't want to have this mess. But she was like, this is messed up, that they're going to torture this child, because of that. But one thing she said to him, what I like that line, she said, fear doesn't breed loyalty, trust does. And that is a truth. That is the truth, and it's a good line. Fear does not breed loyalty, but trust does. And there was another line that was said that I liked in this. And I think it was, what the daughter said to the mother. What the daughter said to the mother is, kindness is a mark of faith. Because the mother wanted to report Ali's boyfriend and stuff. I said, girl, these parents are too much. They're too much. Too much. Too much. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, don't make me start singing that Christmas song. Anyway, so Detective Dante, in the middle of all of this, Detective Dante calls he calls Robin and warns her, yo, Robin, watch your back. There's this new detective. And he didn't give his name, but he said he gunning for you. Now you better be ready. She's like, thanks for the intel, detective. Did she have a flip phone? Did I see her with a flip phone? Now think about it. I think Robin had a damn flip phone. No, let me stop. Anyway, what else happened? So he was in love with Raza, a man who was a dissident B or whatever. And the three men trapped Ali in the stairwell, and they caught him. He was trying to run. They caught him. Robin could hear all of it on the phone, and she's standing next to the guy. She only hears one side of it, and she's like, tell me where he is. I can't help him if you don't tell me. He said, I know what to do. I'm going to go save him. And that's when Raza got jumped in his car, and he drove off and left Robin standing there. But he drove to see Ali's mother and sister and told them who he was, and the mother knew. The mother said, oh, so you're the one he's in love with. I said, God damn it. Mama and daddy knew. Remember how daddy is over there with Ali, and the man got him he's sitting in a chair, and they let the father talk to him. The father's like, please, son, give him his name. Give his name. Give the name. Please, my son, give the name. They're going to torture you. They're going to do this and going to do that. He's like, no, father, I cannot. I cannot. And he wouldn't do it because he loved that man and he would not give up his name. So he would rather die for this guy. Boy, this was like a love story. This was a love story, y'all. I know it was crazy and cloak and dagger and everything, but this was a love story. Two men was willing to die for each other. Oh, my heart. I'm like the Grinch. My heart is growing. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, look, so as we figured, the mother knew. They said they thought the mother and father knew. The sister helped Harry hack into her father's website by giving her a document or something. She sent a document, and once the father opened the document and go into it, Harry needed like 3 minutes to be able to copy whatever his files in there. And once he was able to do that, the father was about to close and cut off his machine, and they sent her a text like, "No, we need more time." And she said, "Father, wait." And she started talking to her father about more stuff, allowing them more time to download or upload whatever they needed. I think it was download, right? So that helped for them to read and understand and find out information about who this kid was, who Ali was, and what's going on. You could see what the father was talking, who he was talking to people. So they already knew stuff, so the parents knew. But as the father was begging him to tell, the guys came in, those 3 guys came in and said, "It's time, it's time." And they came. And why they need 3 men to tie up a little skinny, scrawny little boy? They tied his legs to the chair, tied his hand behind the chair, and proceeded to beat the crap out of him. But before they beat him, the son was going, "Dad, Father, don't allow this. Do not let them do this. Don't let them do this, Father. Don't let this do." And he was just looking at his son, and he turned around and walked away. Knew what they was going to do. And they was busting him up. He wouldn't get the name. And then they tilted the chair back. It was going to drop him off the edge. He looked like he was at least 15 feet up. They was going to drop him. He's like, "No, please don't do this. Please don't do this." But, that's when Bishop came in, because Robin called Bishop and said, "I have a plan. I have a plan." That's something that she thought could work. And she also told the mother that too, because when the boy Raza, whatever, showed up to the mother to see the mother and the daughter, Robin must have followed him some kind of way and said, "Look, please give me 1 hour to, try to work this out. Who are you? Who are you?" She's like, "Look, I'm somebody who's familiar with this type of stuff, and I want to help and stuff. How dare you come? Nobody asked you to be part of my this is family business. It's none of your business," or something like that. "Nobody invited you in." She said, and then her daughter said, "Mother, I did. I invited her in because you and Father wouldn't tell me what was going on. I need to know to help my brother." She said, "How dare you? How you going to invite a stranger into the..." And Robin was like, "Look, I'm just trying to help save your son. I just want to save your son. It's just give me 1 hour." And then she said something in their language, which meant, "Help me save your son," or something like that. "So don't call the embassy yet. Give me 1 hour." And she said, maybe this will work and save both boys. And her plan, she called Bishop, put the plan in action. Bishop showed up while they was beating up the guy, got them to stop for a minute. And he got them to stop. But they was like, "Who are you?" No, they knew who he was, but they was like, he's trying to make up a reason why them beating him up and killing him on this U.S. soil or in this spot was going to be a problem. "Let me take the kid with me and y'all meet me in the other car because you're too hot right now. Everybody's on it. It's going to be in the newspapers and everywhere." And so he had them thinking like, what? The guy just... So at that point, when he was finally trying to work it in, all of a sudden the NYPD, "Freeze!" Because that guy thought he had a lead on the vigilante because they heard that she was mixed in with the Saudis. And that's when Detective Dante tipped her off and told her they knew. So, of course, she wasn't there, but they thought she was there. And they was able to save the kid. They arrested Bishop and those guys and everybody. And he saved the day. And when the guy came into the precinct, Detective Dante was like, "Congratulations. Good. You saved the kid." He said, "Yeah, but another department took over it because he was this and that and all of this stuff. So nobody's going to even know I did that and I don't get no credit for it." And he said, "But you knew she wasn't going to be there. You knew." He looking at Detective Dante. "You knew. That's why you wanted to go along so you could see the expression on my face when she wasn't there." He said, "Nah, that's okay." He said, "This was only round 1. We just getting started," or "I'm just getting started," or something like that. But, it's interesting. He said, "Look, Robin don't come around. She don't come around, you know, unless she needs to be seen. She's seen when she needs to be seen, and that was it, you know. And of course, so it ended. What was the last thing that happened? Oh, Ali got to see his sister. They hugged. Um, Ali can never return back to Saudi Arabia again, and he was reunited with Raza, his boyfriend. His parents um died. His parents died. Oh, his parents did not turn him in. His parents did not turn Raza in, and it was their last, as the daughter said, it was their last act of love. And he looked at his family like he wanted to go and hug them and stuff, but they just looked at him like, almost like with disgust. And they turned around and walked away, the mother and the father. I wanted to see them hug him, show some love and affection. Where's the love, baby? Where's the, like he was hugging his sisters like they didn't care. So he was like, you know, maybe things have changed. Time is changing. She said, well, this is goodbye for me too. He looked at his sister like, what? She said, yeah. She said, they're being sent back home, and so am I. I'm forbidden from seeing you ever again. Is that sad? She can't see her brother no more. And then it ended with Robin going home to deal with her daughter. And her daughter, she told her daughter before she left, I'm so proud of you. You know, she's hugging her. Here you are trying something new and not just complaining about it. I can't believe, you know, I'm so happy for you. She's just warming her up. Knowing that girl trying to go to Megan Thee Stallion concert. But she let her out, and she was leaving. She said, wait, baby, here. And she gave her $50 here. Just in case. She gave her money just in case. And she's like, oh, and you can see her face is looking kind of way because she knows she lied to her mother. And one of the big things she tried to tell her mother, oh, you lied to me. You didn't tell the truth. You didn't do all of this. But you lying too. And you had the tickets for months. And Robin was concerned about, because that other family that she dealt with, they didn't have this trust and stuff. And that's why stuff got all crazy. The communication was bad. And so now she wants to communicate with her and let her know that she trusts her. So Delilah finally left. Aunt Vi and Robin are standing there. And Aunt Vi was like, girl, go get that girl and save her from herself. And she get through her the car keys. She grabbed it. And when she turned to go open the door, Delilah was right there coming back. And Delilah said, you know, she said, oh, you going somewhere? She said, oh yeah, me and Aunt Vi are going to get some yogurt, some frozen yogurt. She said, oh, I need to talk to you about something, tell you something. And she said, really? And she said, okay. And then I guess she said she wanted some kind of frozen yogurt flavor too. And they all left together, which means Delilah came to her senses, realized what she was about to do was wrong. And now it looks like she's going to tell her mama no what she had planned to do, her mama and her aunt, which is a beautiful thing. I mean, it's trying to work, but I don't know why it bothers her so much that her mama's saving people. I would be like, hey, shoot, my people used to say, your mama do this and your mama do that. I'd be there. That's my mom. That's my mama. My mama used to stand up for kids in the school and stuff all the time. You know, she didn't have to know you like that. She just stood up for people. That's what I do. I stand up for people. I ain't got to know you. But anyway, I thought it was a good episode. It really was a good episode. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it down in the comment section, you know, because I don't know. It was hard because I had to keep stopping and running it back to understand what was being said. I was trying to understand, but I enjoyed it. Hey, you learn something new all the time, and I'm open for that. So y'all have a wonderful day. And I'll see y'all in the next video. It's your girl, Barbi J, saying peace.